Hey family, this is Ashley B. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, thank you for joining. Y'all, this word, this message that God gave me today to bring, it is truly going to encourage you because this is like true realness and rawness, true encouragement. So I'm gonna dive right in. Y'all, God was giving me to just like encourage you that are in this walk with God. If you've been in it for years, if you're new to the faith, if you're still battling with, accepting your chosen identity, accepting that you're chosen, still kind of going back and forth, knowing that God has this assignment over your life, knowing that this is what you're supposed to be doing, you're supposed to be living for God, you're supposed to be submitting to the plans that He has for you. This message is for any of you, any of us. We're going to be real. We're going to be raw. This walk is not for the weak. It is hard. It is hard. And it's a lot. It's a lot that comes with you being chosen. It's a lot that comes with you walking with God, for you living with God, you living a saved life. It's so many different factors. It's so many different things that come into play. And I just want to encourage you. I just want to encourage you with this message to keep your head up, to keep going, because God was showing me while he was leading me to do this message. He was showing me like how sometimes people are so discouraged. I know like the things that I've been through on this walk, the struggles that I've faced, and he just wanted me to be real in this video. But people, sometimes you just so discouraged. Sometimes you feel like you want to give in the towel. Sometimes you feel like you want to go back, like this is not for me. I didn't sign up for this. Like I don't want to go through this. I don't want to do this. And God was leading me to encourage you to keep going, keep trusting in God, keep submitted to His plans. Like it's all going to work out. Everything works out for our good. God has a plan for you. He has something for your life. He wants to turn things around for you. He's going to continue to bless you. Like I said, if you've been in the faith for a long time, just continue to lean on God and trust in God. Now, y'all, it's hard. I'm gonna be real. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna break this down. It's a hard, because you got two different things that you gotta look at and think about when it comes to living for God and when it comes to this faith walk, when it comes to being chosen. On one end, you got the devil that is fighting you left and right. The warfare, y'all. Like who can be real about the warfare? Like, because the thing is, when you come into agreement, when you like, okay, God, I'm rocking with you, I'm rolling, like you rocking, I'm rolling, God, whatever you tell me to do, whatever you want me to do, the devil is mad. The devil is, he's upset. And so now you're a threat, right? You're a threat to his kingdom. You're a threat to all these things that he was trying to get you to do when he had a hold of you. And the devil is mad. So you think that the devil wants you to find your identity? Do you think that the devil wants you to be blessed? Do you think that the devil wants you to walk with God? No, he wants you to be a part of his kingdom. He wants you to continue to believe in his lies and spread his lies and live, according to the life he wants you to live, to be living in poverty, to be living in bondage, to be, believing these lies about yourself. That's what the devil wants. So you tell me that you choosing your identity, you choosing your chosen identity, you're choosing to walk in your assignment. The devil is going to fight you. And the warfare behind it. And that's why sometimes it feels like certain things that you're going through in life, it feels like, man, why do it seem like I'm always going through this, like this persecution, having to face these things with your enemies, your people laughing at you, people talking about you, all these haters you got, like feeling like, you losing, feeling like you taking L's left and right. Like, that's the devil's agenda. He's going to fight you. He's going to fight you. He's going to attack you. He's going to send attacks, just like me. Like when I bring these messages, some type of way, it's always some type of attacks that is coming against my video, that's coming against my phone, low storage, low battery. It's like somebody calling me, interrupting, because the devil doesn't want me to bring this. He doesn't want me to bring these messages, because he knows that this is powerful. This is for the kingdom of God. This is uplifting the kingdom of God. And he doesn't want people to hear these messages. He doesn't want people to be saved. He doesn't want people to be delivered. And so sometimes, like when we in this walk, it's so hard to have to face that warfare, these things that you're trying to overcome, these things that you're trying to change, these things that you're trying to believe, these promises that God has given you, that you're trying to believe, that you're trying to walk in. It can be so tough sometimes. It could be so hard. And then it's like on the other end, you giving God your yes. You saying, okay, God, I'm rocking with you. Whatever you tell me to do. So now when you walking with God, especially when you're new to faith, especially when you know what I'm saying, when you just like really transforming your life and living for God, it's so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. I'm talking about God is stripping things away. God is removing people out of your life. Like he's putting you through different tests and trials because he wants you to trust in him. He wants you to have faith. He's stripping away all these old habits, like all these things that serve no purpose in your life. He's removing it. He's taking it away. You know, God takes us through season where sometimes we have to go without, because he's trying to teach us to trust in him. He might take away finances. He might take away a job. He might, taking people, removing people out of our lives, friendships, people we might have been friends with for 20 plus years. Like God is he's putting you through a time where you're fully trusting, fully submitting, fully surrendering everything, your entire life. And it can be hard sometimes because it's like, you lived your life a certain way for such a long time. You did things the way you did it. You went and just did things without thought, or you had a certain control over your life where things had to be like this, things had to go like that. And God will literally put you through times and seasons and in this walk with him where it's like, no, you have to let all of that go. All these thoughts that you had, all these ideas that you thought that you had, the way that you might go about this, the way that you might say this, the way that you might do that. And I need you to surrender to my plan. I need you to let me fight the battles. Sometimes God will take you through stuff where like he got you being silent, like he has you in silence. People coming against you, you facing all type of drama with people and enemies, and God will have you shut your mouth. Don't say nothing. Don't respond back. Do you know how hard that is? Do you know how hard that is for you to be getting hit left and right? People talking about you, people coming for you, people coming at you, and God is telling you to be quiet. That's not easy. That's hard. And you're like literally giving everything to him. The way it's like, God, whatever you say, whatever you believe, whatever you think, God, I trust you. I gotta give this to you. I gotta trust you with this. And that can be difficult. That can be hard. And then another thing, like God, certain things that God will do in our lives, certain things that how he will tell us to go about certain things, how he will tell us to do things, it does not make sense. It does not make sense. It doesn't make sense to us. It definitely doesn't make sense to the people that don't know nothing about God, know nothing about this walk, know nothing about, God's voice, him speaking to you, him telling you to do a certain thing. God might, like, I'm going to give an example, like somebody that's working like a six-figure job. Let's say you've been at this job for like 10 years. You making six figures. You done climbed up the ladder at this job. And then you in this relationship with God. You in this walk with God. And God is telling you to step away from that job. God is telling you for a season, I don't want you to work at all. Or stepping away, pulling you away from that job for ministry, for purpose. I want you to start this business. I want you to start working in your purpose. I want you to start speaking. I want you to start doing YouTube videos. I want you to... And then you now in your relationship with God, you step out on faith like, okay, God, whatever you tell me to do, it don't make sense. I don't know why you telling me to do this, God, but I trust you. But then you take that to the people outside of that. You take that to your friends. You take that to your families, and they looking at you upside your head like, what do you mean? What do you mean you about to leave this good paying job? This job that pay you six figures. What do you mean that you about to walk away from this engagement? What you could be somebody that was engaged to somebody. You've been with this person for 5 years. Y'all probably got 2 kids together. And God is saying that's not your husband. That's not your husband. I know you got kids with him. I know that y'all done been together. Y'all done been a picture perfect family. Y'all done been had a picture perfect relationship. But I'm stopping this right now that you're not about to marry this person, because this is not who I called to you. This is not who I've ordained to your life. This is not the spouse that I have for you. And you trust, and that might be hard. That might be hard for you to be like, God, what? But then you go and do that. You accept that and be like, okay, God, Whatever you tell me to do, I submit to your plans. But then you go tell somebody else that, you go tell your family that, you go tell the fiance's family that, you go tell your friends that, and they looking at you like, what do you mean? What do you mean? We've been planning for this wedding for a year, for 2 years. What do you mean? Y'all been together. Y'all are a perfect couple. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't always make sense, the things that God will call us to do. And God was just reminding me of, like, the people, the Israelites. The Israelites, that's why it took them so long. That's why they were in the wilderness for so long, because it did not make sense to them. It didn't make sense. They looking at it like, God, we might as well go back to what we gotta go. We didn't sign up for this, God. What you mean? I had a little way of life over there. Like, it wasn't the best. Yeah, I was a slave. Yeah, I was going through all of this, but at least I knew what was coming. At least I wasn't out here naked. At least at least I'm not out here in the unknown. God, you got us out here in the unknown. We don't know when our next meal coming. We don't know what's happening tomorrow. You telling me we gotta go fight for this? We gotta go fight for this land. We gotta go do all this other stuff. God, I didn't sign up for this. What do you mean? What do you mean? No, I'd rather stay over here in bondage. I'd rather stay over here in pain. I'd rather stay over here not knowing my purpose. I'd rather stay over here not knowing my identity, because it's too hard. Because it's too hard. And I just want to encourage you to keep going. This is God. This is God speaking to you right now. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up on the promise. Don't give up on the walk. Continue to have faith in God, because he has a plan for you. He has a plan for you. He has a plan for your life. I remember when, transparent moment. I remember when a little while ago in my faith walk, God began to start showing me me being the generational curse breaker for my family and my bloodline. Now, see, a lot of people will speak that. You will speak, oh yeah, I'm the generational curse breaker. I'm this, I'm that. But do you really know what comes with that? Do you really know what comes behind that? Do you really know the warfare that comes behind that? Do you really know what that assignment, what that position holds, the title, the weight that position holds? That is a lot. And I remember when God started showing me that, like, Ashley, I'm doing something different in you. Ashley, you are breaking off these curses. Then you got to think about that. Not only do you got your mom's bloodline in that generation, then you got your dad's bloodline in that generation. And God started showing me that, like, I'm doing something different in you. You about to be warring on behalf of your family. You about to be breaking off all these curses, all these generational curses. You about to be the one that's about to stand in the gap. You about to be the one that's about to stand in the gap for you, for your children, for your family, your ancestors. You breaking off all this stuff. And I remember when God first started showing me that, when I tell y'all, I was crying. It was so overwhelming. I'm like, God, I don't want to do this. Lord, okay, God, I just want to serve you. Okay, God, I'm stepping into my calling. I'm stepping into my assignment. I accept it, God. I accept my calling. I accept what you want me to do. I accept living this life for you. But God, I just want to stay in the background. I just want to serve you. I just want to do what you tell me to do. I just want to live for you. God, I don't want to do all this other stuff. God, what do you mean go start a YouTube channel? I don't want to start a YouTube channel. God, what do you mean that it's about to be me on the front line against the enemy and his camp? What do you mean? What do you mean that I'm about to be on the front line fighting and warring and breaking off these curses? That's too much. That's too much. It's too overwhelming. It's too much to think about. And I remember when I was thinking about that, y'all, I was so overwhelmed. Thinking like God was telling me, it's you, Ash. It's you. It's about to start in you. You about to do something different. And then, like, just thinking about all the things that, because God began to start showing me the curses that was attached, that is attached to my bloodline, that is attached to my generation, all these curses that was spoken over my family, all these curses that was passed down from generation to generation, even from my mom, even down to me, down to my siblings. God showed me all of that and showed me that I'm the one that's supposed to be breaking that. And it was overwhelming. It was hard. It was hard at first. When I first was thinking about that, I just felt like this is too much. This is too much, God. Why do I gotta be the one? God, pick somebody else. Go find somebody else. I don't want to do this, God. But that's what happens when you're chosen. That's what happens when you're chosen. So that's why you can't just be walking around acting like, okay, yeah, calling yourself chosen, calling yourself saved, calling yourself all these other things. You got to know what comes with it. You got to know what comes with it. You got to know that it's not for the weak. You got to know that it's not always easy, that you go through a lot, that you face a lot. But at the end of the day, the point that I'm trying to make and the encouragement that I'm trying to give is to stay with God. Stay with God. God says, for I know the plans that I have for you. For I know the plans that I have for you. God has a plan. He knows everything that he takes us through, every trial, every tribulation. God has something on the other side of it. He has a lesson. He has something that's going to strengthen us. He has something that he's going to change, that he's going to turn around on the other side of it. He has a blessing attached to it. He has a breakthrough attached to it. And God said, that's why I just need you to be encouraged. Don't give up. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous, Ashley. Do not be discouraged. Do not be afraid, for I will be with you wherever you go. God said he goes before you. He said he's behind you. He's next to you. Don't give up. When the enemy keeps coming against you, when he keeps sending these attacks, keep going. Keep going. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. No, sometimes you got to realize it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. When God, like I was just saying, when God started showing me as the generational curse breaker, that's bigger than me. That's bigger than me. I could sit around and not want to accept that. I could sit around and think that it's too hard, but it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. I have a son. God might bring other children into my life, but right now I have a son. And there's some curses that I got to break so he don't have to go through that stuff. It's some curses that I have to break so that he don't have to go through the things that my bloodline went through. So he don't have to battle with those spirits that's been attached to our bloodline and our generation. It's bigger. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. God's telling me to get on this video, get on these videos, get on this platform. It's bigger than me. I might not want to do this. I didn't want to do this, but it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. The plans that God has for you, the purpose that he has for you, sometimes it's bigger than us. That's why we have to get out the way. We have to get out the way. And even when we think it's too hard, we have to keep going, because he said it in his word. Be strong and courageous. Be strong and courageous. Have courage. Have strength. Because no matter how difficult it may seem, no matter how hard it may feel, it may be, I am with you. I am with you. I'm with you in this walk. I'm with you with the things that you're trying to overcome. I'm with you. I'm literally transforming you every day. I know it don't look like it. I know it doesn't feel like it. God said, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it every day. Trust me. Have faith in me. Stand the test of time. Be steadfast. Have endurance. Be patient. Sometimes that's what we struggle with, being patient. Being patient to see the promises. Being patient to see, everything come together the way he told us, the way he gave it to us. His timing, trusting his timing. And sometimes it's not easy. But I hope that you guys are encouraged by this message. Keep going, keep striving. Like God said in his word, be strong, be courageous. He has a plan for you. He has a purpose for your life. Don't give in. Don't throw in the towel. Don't go backwards. There's nothing back there for you. There's nothing back there for you. And if you're trying to figure out if this is the walk that you should be going, yeah, it's hard, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it to be trusting in God. It's worth it to be walking with God, because he's our creator. He's God.